Blessed with a voice of stunning power and dramatic strength, Barbara McAlister is a world-renowned opera singer who was born in 1941 in Muskogee. She's also an enrolled member of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma. The Tulsa World wrote of the mezzo-soprano dramatic singer, "The power of her voice and presence elevates every scene in which she appears." Barbara's mother, Claire, was of German heritage, born in Maryland in 1905, and an excellent pianist who also indulged in stamp collecting on a serious level. Barbara's father, Lawrence, was a Cherokee born in Indian Territory in 1905 and also a longtime radiologist in Muskogee. In addition, Lawrence was a classical singer. As a result of her family's musical bent, McAlister was raised in a musical environment where many musicians visited her home, especially vocalists, because her father was also in a barbershop quartet. She remembers many times when people would gather in the home and sing away an evening, and also remembers Gene Autry performing in Muskogee when she was young and making quite an impression on her. Barbara's first voice teacher in Muskogee was Gene Parker. After high school, Barbara attended the University of Tulsa and then transferred to Oklahoma City University, where she studied with Inez Silberg and graduated with a degree in music and voice. During summers of her college years at Oklahoma City University, she studied for one summer at the American Institute of Musical Studies in Graz, Austria, and performed in summer stock musicals back in the States, through which she made a connection with Oklahoma actor Clu Gulager. Gulager encouraged her to go to California, which she did after graduating OCU. While living in Los Angeles and Hollywood for 9 years, she studied privately with voice teachers Lee and Sally Sweetland. McAlister's big break came when she won the prestigious Lauren Zachary competition in Los Angeles in 1974 and 1975. The Zachary competition is one of the most valuable prizes in the world for a young opera singer, providing opportunities internationally. After her win, she auditioned for the German Repertory Theater and performed for that company for 10 years, singing the mezzo-soprano repertoire in German for the appreciative opera houses of Passau, Koblenz, Bremerhaven, and Flensburg in Germany, in Monte Carlo, where she performed the role of Meg in Falstaff, Cannes, Modena, Ferrara, Paris, Lisbon, and Hong Kong. In some summers, she traveled to Italy and worked with Pavarotti's voice coach. And in other summers, she was in Bayreuth, Germany at the Wagner Festival. She made her debut as Azucena in a Hong Kong performance of Il Trovatore under the direction of Kingman Lowe. Along with performing with the Dusseldorf Symphony and the Symphony in Ulm, she toured much of France and some of Spain and Portugal in the late 1990s with a new Bulgarian opera as Ortrud in Lohengrin, as well as in performances of Beethoven's Ninth and Verdi's Requiem. After her 10 years in Europe, she lived in New York City for about 20 years, where she continued to receive wide acclaim for her rich voice and expressive interpretive skills of librettos, or the text lyrics of an opera. A recipient of a New York Wagner Society grant, Barbara has been heard as a soloist in concert at Carnegie Hall, Alice Tully Hall, and Weill Recital Hall. She sang with the New York Grand Opera in 3 roles with famed New York City opera director Vincent La Selva. She also apprenticed with the Santa Fe Opera Company and Central City Opera Company in Colorado, and has appeared with many symphonies, to include those in Houston, Dusseldorf, Hamburg, Bremerhaven, and Ulm. She has also performed with the Washington Opera Company, Cherokee Heritage Center, Arizona Opera, San Diego Opera, Tulsa Opera, Florentine Opera, New York Grand Opera, and Opera New England. Living a dream come true, McAlister performed as Vera Boronel, with Giancarlo Menotti staging his own material for the Washington Opera's 50th anniversary performance of The Consul at the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. In 1996, Barbara created the role of Quala in Lindor Clarson's opera Mountain Wind Song, based on Cherokee author Robert Conley's novel by the same name, detailing the Cherokee removal from their homelands in the 1830s. She's also played Silu, or Corn Woman, in the Trail of Tears drama musical at Salagi Outdoor Amphitheater in Tahlequah, fulfilled the role of Mary in Der Fliegende Holländer, or The Flying Dutchman, for the Anchorage Opera in Alaska, and has portrayed Amneris in Verdi's Aida. A complete list of roles Barbara has performed is available on her website under the link Repertoire. In addition to her career as an opera and concert soloist, Barbara is a renowned Native American visual artist, inspired by Jerome and John Tiger, and studied 1 semester at Bacone College with Dick West. Her paintings have been shown at the Five Civilized Tribes Museum in Jacobson House in Oklahoma, the Wharton Art Gallery in Philadelphia, and Bullock's in Los Angeles. Many are now in private collections throughout the United States and Europe. In 2011, McAlister became a fine arts instructor performer for the Cherokee Nation and an adjunct professor teaching Broadway singing at Northeastern State University in Tahlequah. She was also a member of the 2010 and 11 Oklahoma State Arts Council touring roster, singing programs across the state, including musical theater, songs, opera, and traditional Cherokee songs. As a result of her vitalization of the Cherokee language through song, Barbara received the Cherokee Medal of Honor in 1999. Also in 2011, she received the Living Legend Award from the Bare Bones Film Festival in Muskogee and sang for the first annual Chickasaw Chamber Music Festival in Ada. In 2013, she continued singing for a wide variety of programs, recitals, and concerts across the United States. Recorded in Austin, Texas and New York, Little Bear Productions released a compact disc, Soul Journey, in which Barbara recorded opera arias and art songs. Clearly one of Oklahoma's most accomplished singers of any genre, Barbara McAlister is a sterling example that Oklahoma does not just produce notable country and rock music artists, but has also contributed performers who have excelled at classical music's highest levels on the world's most notable stages. For her outstanding career as an opera singer, in 2013, Barbara McAlister was inducted into the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame.